All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Liyue Qixing. We're going to be listening to some good vibes here while we listen to some more of the character lore, dialogue, and read some more of the flavor text of the next set of characters. So I hope you guys look forward to it. Last character I believe we stopped on was Noelle. Learned a lot about her, which was great because we did interact with her character quest, which was awesome. Recently just finished up her part 2 character quest, and all of the previous characters like Beidou, Tartalia, Ganyu has like some freaking thick thighs that saved her life from that one monster that was trying to eat her because her ass is so fat that the monster choked and died. Kazuha is now friendship 8 at the time of me recording this, so we're going to be reading Kazuha's lore after we finish Lisa, so he's going to be flipped over to the tail end. The next character we're going to get into is Ningguang. Now, the only thing that I know about her is that she has a very rags to riches story based on what I heard from the other characters. I think it was Zhongli, that she walked from the Yaoguao shoals to like Liyue barefoot, and now she's living lavish. I think this is going to be really interesting. Ningguang, the Tianquan of the Liyue Qixing. Her wealth is unsurpassed in all of Teyvat. So she went from having nothing to I'm rich, bitch. I'm richer than everybody on this freaking planet. Our birthday is August 26th. Affiliated with the Liyue Qixing. She's got a Geo Vision. I'm not going to try to pronounce that constellation. Let's get into her story. Character details. The Liyue Qixing controls all of the commerce that takes place in Liyue Harbor. Its highly revered position is also coveted by many. Their primary ruling is to play things safe and keep a low profile. The Tianquan of the Qixing, Ningguang, is the only exception. She is seen as an excellent merchant in the eyes of her rivals and a friendly elderly sister to the kids. Oh, that's so cute. A socialite of the banquets of Liyue Qixing and a connoisseur of desserts. Ningguang is the talk of the town and everyone seems to know everything about her. However, they all seem to tell a different story of Ningguang with great discrepancy between the versions. Still, if there's one thing all the rumors about her agree on, it's that Ningguang is someone truly extraordinary. You know why she's extraordinary? Because she's the only 4-star character that feels like a 5-star character that also has the same amount of presence as a 5-star character in the Liyue storyline. Meanwhile, you got Qixing over there, 5-star character, is treated like a 4-star character. Am I right? Character story 1. Up above Liyue Harbor, there is a... Let me rephrase how this is gonna go. Up above Liyue Harbor, there used to be a floating palace held up by Plowstrike.
Are you sure about that?
Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
It was known as the Jade Chamber and it belonged to Ningguang. On a clear day, one can see almost all of Liyue Harbor from the decks outside the palace gates. Wherever Ningguang has important business matters to handle, she invaluably comes to this floating palace. She strictly forbids anyone from accessing the premises except for her 3 trusted confidants. Yo, we persona boys! Her confidants sort through the relevant information, summarizing it and handing the summaries on the wall while Ningguang rests against the railings, enjoying the view of Liyue and quietly mulling everything over. She is certain to arrive at the perfect solution before her confidants have finished adding everything to the wall. Once she has made her decision, she sheds everything and throws it out the window, creating something of a snowstorm of paper. The handwriting of the shredded pieces of paper stand out like ink in the snow of all the merchants in Liyue, for they know that whatever Ningguang shedded snow falls, a huge change is about to descend on the business community. She's just basically like, all right, I got that information. You guys can have the scraps. Big changes are coming. Be prepared. Character story 2. Ningguang knows everything. Foreigners will often find the Liyue locals warning them. Loophole hunting guilds, market manipulating hoarders, smugglers coming ashore with their illicit goods. The Tianquan knows all the details, good, bad, and ugly. Once, an alchemist from Sumeru was traveling in Liyue and unwittingly happened across the records of a certain Noctilucus Jade transcription involving the Black Cliff Forge 10 years prior. That night, someone from Ningguang's inner circle knocked on his window and invited him to join Ningguang in the Jade Chamber for a talk. Rumor has it that Ningguang has enchanted the Jade Chamber in such a way that allows her to eavesdrop on everyone in the city's private conversations. The truth is that Ningguang's eyes and ears are in fact the children who play in this. Dude, what? It's like, hey kids, tell me what I want to know and I'll share some of my desserts with you. That's actually like Giga Brain. Kids have no reason to lie, so I think that's kind of smart for her. She's not doing it with ill intent. She's just trying to make sure things are on the up and up in this place. I respect that to a degree. Between them, they are aware of every confidential meeting, every private conversation, and every new visitor in the city. When Ningguang gathers them around, her promise of delicious treats proves to be an irresistible incentive. I fucking knew it. And so they tell her everything they know. Yeah, because in the previous one, they said that she really likes desserts. So once she has finished carefully cross-referencing everything she has learned from the children against other sources, there is no secret hidden from her in Liyue Harbor. She understands the value of reciprocity more than anyone anyone, which is why she is never more than willing to invest time in mingling with the common folks. On top of that, she does actually like seeing the children smile. Aww. I really like Ningguang. Holy shit. Okay, character story 3. Ningguang's attitude for making money is largely the same as anyone else's. You can never have enough. But money to her is more than a sign of wealth. Each mora is a trophy of a hard-won victory. Ningguang is kind and friendly towards the common folk, but this is a side of her that none of her business associates could ever hope to see. To her, the business world is a playground and a zero-sum games are the most exciting. Every round she wins against a wealthy merchant brings a gleeful smile to her face as they sigh and reluctantly hand over the mora, and nothing makes her happier than seeing the guilds bow to her wishes. Every victory in this game adds to the wealth of the Liyue Qixing. Liyue Harbor prospers as a result, and this in turn creates more business opportunities and more profit for Ningguang. Every member of the Liyue Qixing is more than happy with this perfect cycle of interlocking interests. People often ask Ningguang why she is doing business in Liyue Harbor when she has already acquired such vast wealth. Vast wealth is a wonderful thing, Ningguang patiently replies, never able to understand why people would ask such foolish questions. Adding another mora to the pot can hardly make it any less wonderful now, can it? Ningguang's out for that bag, dude, and she'll do anything to secure it. At the end of the day, a vote for Ningguang is a vote for Liyue. In the words of a very prominent Twitch streamer, she is a ruthless businesswoman. Let's leave it at that. Ruthless businesswoman with a very kind-hearted and relatable side to the common folk. Character story 4. Everyone living in Liyue Harbor has to abide by the rules. Those who do so will see their interests protected, while those who violate the rules will be punished accordingly. The rules are rooted in ancient laws set down by Morax, Liyue Harbor's divine protector, and they are absolute. Thus you fear the wrath of the rock. Over the millennia, each Tianquan has introduced amendments to the rules to ensure that it is well aligned with current societal needs. The laws are accompanied and published along with a 279-page commentary, and a copy is given to every citizen of Liyue. Bro, I would not fucking read that. I mean, I guess I would have to if I'm gonna live there. Ningguang likes it this way. Law and order is good for business, and she understands that the intricacies of the law that forge the order better than anyone else. However, there is a certain ship captain by the name of Beidou who acts with flagrant disregard of the rules, smuggling contraband goods by leveraging her exotic cargo and exclusive business intelligence. To Ningguang, Captain Beidou is the black sheep of Liyue Harbor's business community. As Tianquan, it falls to Ningguang to impose heavy fines on Beidou every time she transgressed the rules. But much to her consternation, Beidou seems to take these fines in her stride, like the water off a duck's back. Outside of the official channels too, Ningguang tries to find ways to implore Beidou to change her ways and to stop putting the Qixing in such a difficult position. In response, Beidou simply explained her actions as enacting justice, saving the poor, keeping the sailors in their jobs. As a firm believer of the principle of live and let live, Beidou has no time for Ningguang's advice. In the end, Ningguang agrees to disagree and gives up trying to convince the stubborn Beidou to change. That sounds like some friendly rivalry right there. Yeah, Beidou's just built different. Damn, Beidou's just like, yo, fuck your rules. I'm gonna do whatever I want. You can find me here and there. I can pay for it, but I'm the champion of the people. Didn't I say that? She's kind of like the Diluc of Liyue, in my opinion. I mean, Diluc does things, you know, by the book, but at the same time, he's the vigilante of justice at night. Long story short, Beidou is fucking bae. I love that her and Ningguang have a little rivalry. I thought there was like a thing between them two, because when I first started playing Genshin, I saw a lot of people make Beidou and Ningguang shipping fan art, and now I see where it comes from. Shout out to those people. Character story 5. Being the charming and wealthy woman that she is, Ningguang has never had a shortage of suitors. It seems that every eligible bachelor, from the young esquires of Yujing Terrace to the accomplished young businessman to renowned sea captains, yo, Beidou has at some point invested substantial energy into trying to win Ningguang's affection. One rumor even has it that a wealthy businessman from the court of Fontaine signed a major trade deal with Liyue Harbor for the sole reason that it would mean that he could see Ningguang more often. AKA fucking Fontaine simps out here. We could spot them from a mile away. Ningguang treats all her suitors with the equal measure of kindness and grace, but also keeps them at distance. Enough to keep them interested, but not to push them away. Curiosity got the better of everyone in town, and and now everyone wants to know who is Ningguang's lover. Little do they know, Ningguang has no love for finite things and will certainly not be bound by something that is finite. The Jade Chamber, a floating palace above Liyue Harbor, belongs to Ningguang alone. It started out about the size of a room, but has since grown the size of that the moonlight has cast a shadow over the whole of Liyue. A portion of Ningguang's seemingly endless wealth goes towards hiring skilled craftsmen to continue the expansion and refurbishing of the Jade Chamber, ensuring that it becomes even more exquisite as time goes by. To Ningguang, the Jade Chamber is a symbol of her wealth and power and a sign that her business is flourishing. Save for Mora, it is the thing Ningguang loves the most in the world because it is infinite. One day, she insists it'll cast its shadow over all 7 nations of Teyvat. I think they mentioned that there's 2 things that Ningguang loves, Mora and the Jade Chamber, and she gave up the second thing she loves more than anything. That must tell you how much she also cares and loves Liyue and the people. I also have like a character quest, return to the Jade Chamber, so I assume they're gonna end up rebuilding it in the future. Maybe we'll see it in a future patch or a future update or a future quest with Ningguang again. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
She's still rich and prosperous, regardless if the Jade Chamber is around or not. Chess game, Liyue Millennial. Ningguang invented a form of chess to pass the time. This chessboard not only contains to scale reproductions of Liyue Harbor's natural and urban geography, vendors, tea houses, shops, hotels, and miscellaneous stores, but it also contains 6, 10, and 12-sided die, among others. Players use the die to determine how far their chess pieces move. Landing on various locations will trigger different events. Yo, Theater Mechanicus, that you? No, I'm just kidding. Victory in-game is decided by the number of counters of each player's hand. The rules can change at any time according to Ningguang's fancies, and when playing with others, she will always follow the newest rule set that she has on hand. When she's truly feeling the spirit, she will even design new rules on the spot. No one has yet beaten her at this game, and she now has reached the 32.6th edition of her rulebook. She marketed the 8th edition of the game to the general public, believing it to be the easiest to understand, but it proved to still be far too complicated for ordinary people. Yeah, because she's literally 200 IQ. Nonetheless, people flock to purchase sets on account that the beauty and intricacies of the model pieces. In truth, more people buy for the models than for the game. She'll never lose because she's always in control. She's the game master. Yeah, she's basically cheating, right? But also big brain, because that's a big marketing strategy. It's like sell the game and people just buy it for the figures. That's literally like some amiibo type shit. Oh, okay, so the vision is interesting. No one knows how visions are created. They've always seemed to just appear out of thin air, leaving a countless unacknowledgement of the lurch without the clues as to how to get one. As for visions left behind after their owners die, they are masterless husks without any elemental power, nor of any method of reawakening them known, save for a tiny detail that it once resonated with another, and one such other at a time. Cool, it talks about like masterless visions. Mona talks about it too. Like Mona's character lore talks about a masterless vision. This one's talking about another masterless vision, and obviously Kazuha's storyline talked about the masterless vision of his friend dying at the hands of the Electro Archon. So if someone dies and the masterless vision resonates enough with another person, it can be reawakened. So I wonder if that's how Mona's vision got awakened, because apparently it was given to her as like a memento by her master, and then it became a hydro vision for her. Ningguang's first thought upon seeing such an object, a subconscious, oh look, a new business opportunity. Putting this up for sale would surely have the rich shelling out for it. If they can't resonate with it, why they just use it to keep up appearances? A sound call either way. And if there should be a way to collect such empty shells, could this not become a long-term business? Playing with the jewels on one hand, Ningguang began writing plans for an auction in the other, her smile widening as she thought about the riches to be had. And at that moment, the vision shone forth its light. Ningguang's smile froze as the vision activated. Her attendants, coming upon the sight of their mistress, awakened vision in hand, began to congratulate her on having obtained a priceless treasure. Ningguang, for her part, seemed annoyed instead. What's there to be happy about? Once broken, considered sold. She wanted to sell it, but then it awoken, so she couldn't sell it. She's a regular Scrooge McDuck, anything to make a buck. And that just rhymed, and I didn't even mean for it to. All right, let's check out her dialogue now.
I am Ningguang, Tianxin of Qixing. You wish to trade? You be my personal bodyguard, and I will show you how to get ahead in Liyue.
I'll do anything for some clout, Ningguang.
Even if an antique is priceless, The happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
True. I think most people would say the chase is better than the reward. Once you have the reward, all of the drive and motivation to get the thing is gone. That's actually big facts. I could definitely see that being something that Ningguang gravitates towards.
In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace. We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees.
Zhongli!
It's raining. Fetch an umbrella for me, would you?
She literally thinks she's the shit. She's just telling someone else to grab an umbrella for her.
Nothing more than regular snowfall. One day, I'll take you to see the snow that falls over Liyue.
AKA the crumbs for the merchants of Liyue.
Calm weather. Do not trust your eyes. Your eyes can lie to you.
Oh dear.
Gales like this can be the demise of fishermen. Not to mention...
Oh.
Never mind.
Was she gonna mention Beidou?
Morning. Report your affairs, in order of priority. Liyue Pavilion or Liyue Kiosk? Which would you prefer to go to for lunch?
I prefer good, cultured cuisines like Wanmin restaurant, okay?
The tea house has no more rooms. Then come, sit in the Jade chamber. If you can afford the price.
Anything to make money. Time is money to this girl.
Sure, go rest. If anything important comes up, I will be sure to send for you. Be it simple price negotiation or a full-blown trade war. Momentum and bargaining chips are but minor factors. To win, you need to be first to find out what cards your opponent is holding.
Big facts, dude. Ruthless businesswoman, I'm telling you.
Your impressions of me have changed. Well, at first I required your strength. So naturally I had to be as cordial as possible. But now that we're partners bound by contract, we may do away with such pretentious formalities.
Yep, contracts. It's like, oh, well, now I don't have to be nice to you.
I suppose you've heard enough rumors about me. What kind of person am I? I shall leave that for you to decide. Of course, your judgment will become a part of the rumor.
What is it? Believe nothing that you hear and half of what you see?
You've been with me for some time now.
Ooh.
Have you learned to observe? Then observe me. Observe me right down to my very core.
I'm looking respectfully because she asked me to, okay? I can't get shit for this, all right? She literally said for me to observe her to her very core. You want me to not observe her? You want me to go against what Lady Ningguang told me to do?
Come forward, stand beside me. Do you see the Jade Chamber? At first it was just a room, and now it clouds Liyue. When the time comes that it hangs above all of the 7 nations, you shall stand by my side on that day too.
It's gonna take a while because it's literally in pieces at the bottom of the ocean, thanks to Osile. So given the fact that this game has like a 10-year roadmap, I'll see you in a couple years.
There's no need to use a vision in affairs that Mora can solve. As far as affairs only a vision can solve go, I know of only one.
Interesting.
Gamblers always place their bets on the next dice roll. But the bankers always have the last laugh, and they never touch a single die.
Yeah, because they're laughing all the way to the bank. There you go.
The departure of Rex Lapis will be no small test for both the Qixing and the city of Liyue. Seldom has any matter kept me tossing and turning at night like recent events. Nevertheless, I shall not lose sight of my goal. There will come a day when the shadow cast by the Jade Chamber reaches every end of Tevat.
I guarantee you'll get there, but you just set yourself back by so much after Chapter 1.
In Liyue's ancient texts, there's no shortage of mentioning the beauty of the glazed lily. But in the modern era, the flower is on the brink of extinction.
Oh no!
Now they can only be found in Yujing Terrace, and as such come with a hefty price tag.
They're in Qingse Village. That lady also sells you like 3 for 50 grand a pop. I'm surprised Ningguang isn't selling those. If someone in freaking Qingse Village is making bank off of those, I'm surprised she's not selling them.
That captain. She clearly receives the adoration of many, but will always be the first to disregard the rules.
Hell yeah.
The fine she has paid would be enough to buy her a whole new ship.
That tells you that Beidou don't give a fuck. Beidou does what she wants, all right?
Perhaps you've never heard me speak like this. All that can be said has been said, both the good and the bad. But she still does as she pleases. Forget it. Keep Beidou out of my sight.
Oh my god. Yo, Beidou sets her off, dude. I need to see these two interact. I need to see these two interact, like, in story. Enemies to lovers? Yo, it could happen. Who knows?
Zhang Li of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. He's very versed in a great deal of affairs. Although, such excellent pawns are of no use to me until I know their weaknesses.
Well, that's your god you're talking to, all right? Might want to rephrase that.
The second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Yo, Xingqiu.
People like him can't stand the sight of me, which is only to be expected. I have no intention of troubling him either. Those who have different beliefs should not work together.
At least she understands that she's not the most welcoming person to everyone in Liyue. Yeah, the Feiyun Commerce Guild makes sense because they probably get a lot of shit from the Qixing especially.
That girl from One Min Restaurant.
Yes!
Her suspicion towards me is always written all over her face.
I miss Xiangling.
I wonder what face she would make if only she knew how much I helped finance that restaurant.
What? Don't use that against. That's not nice. I'm surprised Xiangling didn't finance it on her talents alone. That could be actually a good thing. That means Ningguang always believed in Xiangling, even though Xiangling's like super sus with her. I appreciate that because that means Xiangling is well known because of you, and I love Xiangling, so I appreciate you.
One cannot afford to be overly reliant on others, even when it comes to Ganyu. There is a Liyue saying which goes, even the most meticulous can fall prey to happenstance. When there are important affairs to deal with, it is always safer to investigate and resolve them personally.
Interesting. Ganyu is pretty wait-and-see kind of person. She first met us, she was like on the freaking rooftops like Batman or some shit. Yao Yao, I've never heard of this character before. People know what they look like or whatever. I guess they're like a Dendro character, but I've never heard of Yao Yao before.
I presume you mean the girl whom Ganyu has taken under her wing.
What? I've
not
never
worry.
seen them!
I have no plans to make this matter public. I am content to extend some leniency to the odd bit of mischievous maneuvering by that boat captain.
Beidou again.
One thing, though. Yao-Yao seems to have become somewhat enamored with seafood lately. You should try to convince her to include some more fruits and vegetables in her diet.
Yao Yao is like Ganyu's protege? That's interesting. Isn't that a Dendro character? Which means we're gonna get them next year. It's probably gonna be similar to like Ayaka because she was related to Inazuma. That's the only reason we had to wait so long to get her was because we couldn't get Ayaka until we got Inazuma. Chances are we're not gonna get Yao Yao until next year, but the fact that Yao Yao and Ganyu are affiliated has me really excited. I wonder if they're gonna be a bow user, if that's what they meant by Ganyu taking Yao Yao under her wing. That's kind of cool.
The Yuheng. She has changed a lot recently. But is Liyue better off with the Yuheng we have now, or the Yuheng we used to know? Only time will tell.
Yo, don't sleep on Qixing, dude. She gets shit done.
The acting Grand Master of Mondstadt, a strict and impeccable woman. Her flawless etiquette knows no fault. Even her letters are meticulously written and creased according to the prescribed rules.
Yeah, she plays by the rules.
It is such easily overlooked details that offer a glimpse into the true qualities of one's character.
I wonder how Ningguang would interact with some of the Mondstadt folk. These are both kind of like the leaders of their respective regions, right? Acting Grandmaster, the Tianxuan of the Qixing, which governs Liyue. Yeah, these are like polar opposites, and they behave very differently.
Yanfei. I suppose you could say she's a dear rival of mine.
Ooh.
Were she not so deft at explaining the meanders of the law and providing her clients with all sorts of cunning suggestions, it would take me many more months to identify existing loopholes in the legal codices and tighten them one by one.
AKA, Yanfei is the law.
Seeing as it's you, there's no need to keep up the formalities. You can be a little more casual, but I still ask that you respect my time. If you have something to say, be concise. I have no time to waste.
I would never talk to Ningguang because I ramble forever. I don't think she'd get along with me.
I've always believed that children are the most naive and innocent. The reports they give me are of the most value. So what about you? What will you have for me?
Damn, she's literally said kids are dumb and they're easily tricked. I know she didn't say that, but basically she's like, I could take advantage of these kids. I get what I want out of them.
I've been thinking about something lately. If I were to keep you in Liyue, perhaps, at the right time, I might be able to leverage the city to For now, it's mere conjecture. I should really consider whether the investment is worth it some more.
Wait, leverage the city to what? Wait, you're gonna leverage the city? What the fuck does that even mean? You're gonna sell the city?
You can learn from me and use Mora to make things a little easier for yourself. But remember, relationships built on Mora can only be relied on for a time. And that is why I have never brought Mora into our relationship.
Yo! Is Ningguang trying to build something better with me than something as fleeting as money?
This is truly a great investment. Sure, no Mora has been made from it, but the time I've spent with you is already a solid return.
Let's go.
Seems I win again. I put my money on the right person.
Hey! Oh, that's fucking great. That's great, dude. I really like that one. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. All right, let's go to hobbies.
Care for a game of Liyue Qixing?
No.
It'll give me an opportunity to see exactly how good you are as a player.
You're a cheater. You cheat and you sell your amiibos to people for profit. No, thank you.
Concerns. If I told you of the concerns of the Liyue Qixing, do you think your shoulders could bear the burden? And if you ever made the mistake of mentioning them to others,
she'd have my head. I suck with business, finances, commerce. I'm not your guy.
A slow-boiled soup of leftover chicken and pork bones drenched over some cabbage leaves.
Ugh.
I have few culinary requirements. Having a few staple dishes like this is enough.
That sounds so good.
I've come across those who demand golden crab for every meal. Though it all seems so grandiose, I really have no desire for such frivolousness. If you're ever thinking of taking me out for such a dinner, you'd be better off just giving the Mora to me directly.
Jesus. She's like one of those people like, just give me money for my birthday and I'll buy the thing that I actually want instead of you getting me something that I know I won't like.
There's no style in resorting to violence. It's simply the worst of all the bad decisions you could make. Cashing in time and Mora for power. Interesting. This shows their true value.
Heroes Wit and Mora, dude. That's the name of the Genshin Impact.
What is it that you hold so dear that is making you so persistent? No, don't tell me. Give me more time to understand you myself.
Ascension.
I'm usually not so quick to place my trust in others, but it seems I will no longer be able to make such claims.
Aww.
You've done splendidly. If only I had more like you.
Ooh.
No. Perhaps you alone are enough.
I think she likes me, guys. I think I have a shot with her. I'm gonna take my chance. She's got a lot of money. She's pretty good looking. She gave me permission to observe her very core. She's praised me time and time again. I think I'm gonna do it, guys. I think I'm gonna shoot my shot. Ningguang, ladies and gentlemen. I really liked her. Didn't really talk much about her past, like about her rags lifestyle to her riches lifestyle, but I guess her relationship with money and her striving to want as much of it, and her relationship with the common folk, I think is important to understand that she came from all of those things. She started from the bottom, now she's here, and she'll do whatever it takes to secure the bag. So really appreciate Ningguang for that.